Hello, everyone, no one, and anyone in between. My name is Vulpus Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of my Hardcore series. In today's episode, it's going to be a bit of a two-parter. In this first part, we're going to be transforming this little area right here into this. Exciting, isn't it? And so, without further ado, I do hope you enjoyed the time lapses, and if you are, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get into the video. Alright, and like that, we have part of a cliffside done. Probably not everything ready, but it's going to be a great start. We got this nice little area right here that I need to enclose in some more stone. It's going to go just all the way around the back. And of course, as you saw in the time lapse, I built this thing. Yeah, that goes up to world height. And that's going to be the thing for the entire mountain range for the most part. Some parts might be lower, others might be high. Well, not higher. Stop that, Taz. Alright, kitten taken care of. We have a lot more to do. That section alone took about 4 stacks of stone to get all the way up there, along with a bit of dirt for these like small parts where I plan on making just like little patches of the dirt here and there. Maybe add a bit of grass and snow. But yeah, for the most part, this is going to be where I start the main, where I start the main stone production, because I have a lot, and that needs a lot of stone. So, for the stone generators, I have these 5. Yes, the windmills are my own design. The farm inside will be linked down in the description below. But I gotta build all 5 of these. I gotta build up the platforms that go underneath them. And I need to create a storage system for them, which may end up somewhere over here or over there, depending on which side I like best. Then, of course, we also gotta build fuel for the farm, because this produces cobblestone and I need smooth stone, which is probably going to go over here. But without further ado, I got to get collecting the resources for all of them, and I'll get back to you when I start building. Alright, and after about 2 hours of collecting resources, we have everything. Everything's right here in these boxes. If you just look, this one, how about that one? They all have stuff in them. And for the first part, of course, I did put in platforms where all the things are going to be, marking out where the cobblestone generators are going to be. Ow. Oh dear. Ignoring that huge chunk of damage I just took. These are all the places of the cobblestone farms, which will be down in the description if you want to see them, how they're built, and why I built 5 of them, because, one, they're not the most efficient ones, but they fit inside the windmill design I made, so they're staying. Yeah, let's get into a time lapse of me building them all. And just like that, we have all 5 done. I do apologize that there was only one, but they all look the same. So, without further ado, we should start building the windmills around them. But first, I need to do something real quick. All we have to do is quickly just hop up here, flick the lever, and press the button. And immediately, we should be getting a ton of cobblestone. Like this. 16 in one blast, 46, 62, 30. Just flick the lever to shut it back off. And look at that, we already got 4 stacks from just the 3 seconds I had it running. So yeah, these are quite efficient farms. Now all I need to do is just hook them all up. And this box right over here. No, not that one. This one. This one has all the things I'll need, other than water, but we'll get that to in a sec. Yeah, let me just quickly hook all of them up. Alright, so I just finished the windmill, and this is actually my first time flying away, just to see how it looks when we fly in. So if we just fly in through the fog, oh, that looks so cool. Now we just gotta do the other ones. Admittedly, it does seem a bit big, but hey, the cliff is gonna overshadow this thing in a minute. But yeah, let's get all the others done. Alright, I do hope you enjoyed those 2 little time lapses. And if you didn't, oh well, you can just skip them. But yeah, they're all done. I know, they all look the samey. I did switch up some of the blades a bit, just to give them a bit of difference. But hey, they're all in, they all function, and they all look amazing. Now we have to move on to this little storage area. Which, using the scraps I have from all this, I'm actually going to build something here. Not sure what, so I'm going to just freestyle it. Should be interesting, though. But while we get that, we should probably get some of the farms running. Yeah, let's see how much cobblestone is actually flowing into these things. Alright, and we got all 5 of them working now. And just look, it's a constant stream of cobblestone. And actually, let's just... Oh god. Each one of those is about half... Oh my god. Or... about a stack of cobblestone. Oh Jesus. But I am getting plenty. And I don't really care that they're all like separate chests, like, and even though that some of it's going into the cactus, I don't really care. Because this is amazing. This is infinite cobblestone, and already I have over probably, I don't know, probably all of that's probably gonna be full if I take out all of this. But just look at all of it. Oh, this is amazing. Right, I'm going to let those fill up while I start decorating this place. But dang, this is amazing. I can't wait to get all this done. Right, and just like that, we have a little storage building. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's mainly because, 1, the back isn't finished, and I don't plan on building a back because it's going to be covered up by the mountain. And 2, over here, this one is also kind of looking incomplete. Again, because the mountain will stretch over here and eventually cover this part of it. This is basically just going to be a painted rock wall to make it look nice. But over here, this will actually lead to a bridge. And the fun part, we're going to make a river right through here. Running all the way through this little dark patch and over to here. Now, what do I plan on doing over here? I have no idea. I just want to build a river. And the best part to build a river through here is I want to use TNT. Oh, that's top of my head. 1 sec. I want to use TNT. Lots of it. Lots of TNT. It's going to be fun. Let's go. Let's start placing TNT. Alright, and just like that, we got a nice little winding path of TNT. Now, the fun part. That was so perfect. Just one block in that. Now, doesn't that make just a glorious little river running through here? Honestly, that was really cool. I like that. I might have to do that a few more times to make rivers. But for now, let's just put this TNT away before I blow something else up. And we can actually get started on building the other side. Actually, make this a bit bigger. There we go. That looks much better. Now we got actually a wide river going through here. And now, my second part of the plan, kelp farm. Because what good is a bunch of stone generators if they only make cobblestone? We need to smelt some of that down, so we also need a bunch of fuel. So I'm going to build a kelp farm just right here. That'd be fun. It's going to take a lot of resources though, so I got to go collect a few more pistons, yada yada yada. But hey, enjoy this time lapse of me building it up. Alright, and we have a cliff face with all the farms hidden inside, just like in little pockets, as you can see down there. Got a few there, and one is right here. Another one above that, and I plan on going a bit higher with this, of course, because I don't think all of this is going to provide enough kelp. But now we just need to work down here for the collection area. This was the original layout I was going to plan on building, but it looks like I'm going to have to move it forward just a bit. Not too much though, but we can still work on the collection area. So with all of these coming down, the kelp should land somewhere in this area right here, down on the pond, which should be easy enough. With a bunch of hoppers, we can just collect all of it. I don't have any hoppers, so whoops. So I've started on the collection area. What this is basically going to be is that the kelp falls down, it's going to be water on top of this, and with the item momentum, it's just going to fall straight through. And underneath this will be a water stream leading over to here. And then inside this rock, we're going to have a bubble elevator leading up over here. And then we'll take it over to a furnace array, which will be cooking it down into dried kelp, which I can make into blocks and then use for fuel. Alright, and just like that, we have a collection system. Oh, darn, I missed. Right. But as you can see, we do have it going down to some soul sand, which eventually will lead into an elevator going inside the rock, and eventually leading over here, where I plan on building a pretty large furnace array or smoker array, since it does cook it twice as fast for the same amount of fuel. And out front, we're going to have another building. This time it's going to store the kelp. It's going to look similar to that one, but I want to have it look different, maybe incorporate some dried kelp into the roof. I'll have to work on that design. But I really do like this place. We got a nice little gap right there. We can see out. Water flows off into here. Have to make like a little gutter system right here. That'll all come in the detail phase. For now, though, we're getting in the rough design of the mountain and the buildings, and then we'll put in the water. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all done. We've got all the kelp in place, we've got all the water in place. It's now time to start the waterfall. So since I poured the water down, I've gone insane. You see, I don't like water anymore. It's not fun. It gets everywhere, and it's wet. So in its place, I have built a giant rock. Yes, it is now taking up the majority of the little pond I made in the first place. But with some reworking, this concept is still going to work. We're just going to have it well, a bit more stretched out. And this area is going to be bigger. About, that much bigger. All the way around. So even over here. Oh, that's going to be water. Oh, that's going to be removed. And we're going to do the same on this side because that is just too close to the rock. And instead of a bridge, we're just going to go straight through the rock. How fun. Right. Let's get into it. Alright, so we got the 2 collection areas all finished up. We got one over here, and yes, they do kind of look like little pools. We're going to add some more detail, of course. But there's one problem, and you can see it right up there. Yeah, we're losing a bit of kelp here and there, which I don't mind, but I still want quite a lot, just to make sure that this can be self-sustaining, and, well, at the moment, let's see. Oh, well, we got more than I thought we would, but yeah, I want to make sure that all of these are basically full all the time. So, back here in this massive void of an area, I'm going to build up an actual kelp farm. Not one that's fancy like this, where I built it into a cliff. It's just going to be a straight-up kelp farm. So, yeah, I'm just going to put it right there. Alright, and just like that, we have a monstrosity and some rain. Hurrah! But ignoring the rain and possibly anything else that might spawn and kill me, I have built a little tunnel, as you can see right over there. If we quickly fly just on the other side. Of course, it's not decorated or anything, but I think it looks pretty nice so far. Just heading through here, we can actually see some of the kelp falling if we catch it. No? I do need to finish decorating this area so it looks a bit better. Get rid of the weird cobblestone line. And of course, I fell. Right. Mistakes have been made. If we just quickly fly out here, you can see the tunnel that goes in through here. A little bit of a winding path, which I quite like. Oh, and there was some kelp. Right, path. If we just head along here, yeah, it just leads to the other side, where a bridge will be built. A bridge connecting me to the smeltery, which will be where I smelt all the stone that comes from there, and where I'll put all the kelp blocks that are made from this furnace array right here. Well, any of the excess, because currently this is all we have, and some of it is still pumping in. As you can see, yeah, there's still quite a bit going in. I'm waiting for all these to kind of just fill up or use up all the fuel that I've given them so far. There's quite a bit of junk in some of them because I've been working and it's all been flowing down. All the fun stuff. Yeah, if you're out here, oh, see, we even got some there. Let's make it all the way through. So having some smelting items throughout all of these will be great for efficiency's sake. And if some of them do go out, eventually all of them will be filled and lighting. So I don't have to replace the fuel that often. But without further ado, I say we get into building the main building right here. Should be fun. I don't have any plans for it. I'm just going to freehand it and see how it turns out. There is going to be a water wheel though, so I need to find a good place for that. Hi everyone. It's been a bit. So I got to building all that as you saw in the time lapse. And well, during that, I got a trident. And yes, I did enchant this all on my own, but it still looks really cool. And besides that, well, I got a little carried away building. We just quickly hop over here and actually get to use my new trident, like so. We just take right off. And you can see I did build an entire cliff face. Because why? Because I needed to. But also because, well, I didn't think it would make for a good time lapse, and I also forgot. So, past that, I also got working on this side of the building, as you probably didn't see it in the time lapse because, well, things are rough with my computer. I still need to add a few more details like windows, possibly like loading things, because this is where we, well, in the lore of my world anyway, is where I'm making stone sculptures and carvings and whatnot. And I still need to put in the wheel that's going to go right here. I do need to figure out how to get the water from there to here, making it look natural and all. And as you can see right there, I did start the bottom of the river where it comes down, kind of swirls, makes it a little divot. Then it's going to even out going through here, all along. And then I still need to figure out what I'm going to do right here. Yes, the creeper hole is still here. I did not fix it. I don't care to. So we're just going to leave it for the time being. As for the windmills, they work just fine. All the storage is now full of cobblestone. If we just quickly take a look. Cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. Ah, fly. Fly in my room. Die. Die. Right, that's going to annoy me for a bit, but still. Heading down through this area, we have a nice little cove. We can even see where the water falls, and I forgot to get rid of the scaffolding. There we go, that's better. And then all we do is quickly, whoop. Ta-da! And we're back on the ledge. And if we head quickly across this little river, into here, where it's nice and dry and lit up to here, this will lead over to my kelp smelter, which I still do need to decorate this. Ooh, I still need to decorate this door right here. And of course, it is still making kelp. We got a few extra blocks there. Coming along right here. And fueling these furnaces. Oop. I'll take that. And of course, if we head this way, that will eventually lead up into a tower where I don't really know what I'm going to do. It's probably just going to stay like this for a little bit. But if we head over here, we head into our little smelter room, which I think actually turned out quite well. I'm probably going to decorate the walls a bit more, get supports for these. But yeah, so far we've smelted up a few things. This is the input chest, and we can see the minecarts go around all we want. I do need to cover up the edges here so it looks a bit nicer when looking down. But other than that, this build is complete. We even got a little hallway that leads down here to the front door. This will be the main entrance, of course. And I need to sleep. Alright, and now that the rain is going away, we can get to talking a bit more. So the main plan for this area, of course, is to have a little waterfall entrance that leads into what I'm hoping to do is maybe make a little pond area right here or something. Maybe one that just goes straight underground. But we'll have to work on that. I might actually, you know what, that would make a great stream if I ever do get around to it. But over here, we do need to make it so the water can exit these pools in a natural way that doesn't interfere with the man-made buildings around it. So what we're going to have to do is build little water canals or supports that look a bit more man-made, as in like they got redirected from the water, or from the people that built this, got redirected down back into the river so it could keep flowing, but at the same time not mess with the structures. So without further ado, let's get into that, shall we? Alright, and we got everything built up. All we gotta do now is, well, start the river down below and probably edit this rock a bit more. But hey, it's all working great. This is just like a bit of driftwood that got launched up here. I don't want to put anything in the water because the kelp still does fall down through here into the waterway down there. But I think I might add some stuff around like the outside where I don't see much kelp falling. And if it does fall, it's just kind of like debris that got left behind. Or just kind of like algae that kind of overflowed. Kind of like over here. So wait, I thought I saw... I'm hallucinating. I thought I saw a wandering trader. But anyway, as you can see here, we do have some parts that are like replaced with wood. This place got broken, so now it's flowing off in that direction rather than out through here, which I thought was a pretty cool detail. Then we got supports to hold the water back up here, keep flowing off to the side. Might even build like a little fishing dock or something right here with a secondary bridge to it. That might come sometime in the future. But yeah, we also have our water wheel built up, where the grindstones are just kind of like the wheels that hold it in place and allow it to spin. Of course, we got more aqueducts, some that are a bit more rickety than others, because I thought I thought it looked really cool. Just like all this little bit of chaos going on. We got some over here. We got some that are just like falling straight down and out, powering the water wheel. Then if we head in here, I didn't change much, but if we do head up here, got all of this. I still need to finish the floor down there. And out the front way is nothing. We still need to build the road, and we also need to finish the entire river system going through here. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I should do down here. I guess we'll figure that out when we get here. Now, this is looking great. Up at the top here, where you can see I've done a little bit of an outline. This is actually going to be like a little lake or pond. Might even build a string of them going up in the mountains, just kind of like where the glaciers melted and collected the water, or snow melt. And here I'm actually going to have some kelp growing to just kind of help mask that we have farms in here, and it's just kind of like, oh, some kelp fell loose and is now coming down the waterfall. Which I think would be a fun little thing. Yeah, we also got to decorate this side and complete the rest of this mountain side. I'm thinking that it's going to go back here, and then we're going to have a bit more grass spread out. Of course, heading up into more of a steep hill. So we don't just have a sheer cliff going into flat ground like over here, which I thought was alright because we do have a building, and it's just kind of like there was land removed to build the building into the cliff rather than the building is on top of the land. But also, this looks really cool at night. Look at all the patterns. But as for this, I want some more glowing areas with the glow lichen, so we can get rid of mobs like the skeleton. And of course, we also need to light up this area with paths and all kinds of things. Unfortunately, folks, that is all the time we have for today. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!